In what ways can we compose and decompose a fraction and represent it as an equation? Our goal is to develop an understanding of addition and subtraction of fractions based on unit fractions, and to compose and decompose a fraction in more than one way, recording each composition and decomposition as an addition or subtraction equation. So let's take a look and remember some basic vocabulary really quick. Here we have the fraction 3/4. We have the number 3, which is the part, which we call the numerator. Okay? How about the number 4? That describes the whole. What is that part called? That's correct. This is the denominator. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at some pictures and we're going to try to identify the fraction and then compose the fraction. Here we have the fraction 1/3. So we can see that this is 1/3 because we have 1, 2, 3 pieces, just like it says 3, but only one of those pieces is colored in. That's what makes this 1/3. Same thing over here. We have one piece that's colored in out of 1, 2, 3 pieces total. So this leaves me with 1/3 plus 1/3. Now when you are adding or subtracting a fraction, the denominator will always stay the same. So I'm going to go ahead and write my denominator, which I know is 3. The numerator is the part that would change, so that would be 1 plus 1, which equals 2. So 1/3 plus 1/3 equals 2/3. So here I have the fraction 3/6. I know this is 3/6 because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces, but only 3 of those pieces are colored in. So I have 3/6 plus what? That's correct, 1/6. Now, remember that we know that whenever we are adding fractions, our denominator always exactly stays the same. So I bring the 6 over. I'm going to be focused on adding my two numerators. 3 plus 1 equals 4. So 3/6 plus 1/6 equals 4/6. Then we would represent this by coloring in 1, 2, 3, 4 to make 4/6. Let's look at another example. What two fractions do you see here? This fraction right here would be 3/10, and this fraction right here would be 5/10. So we have 3/10 plus 5/10 is equal to, so to figure this out, we know that our denominator stays the same, which is 10, and then we have 3 plus 5, which equals 8. So if we were going to color this in, I know that I'm going to color in 5 of them. 6, 7, 8. Alright, so here, let's do this again. What fraction do you see here? That's correct. We have 2/8 plus, what would this fraction be? That would be 1/8. So what would be the sum of these two fractions? Very good. 3/8, which would look like this. Alright, we're going to look at one more example, which is this right here. So what fraction do I have right here? That is correct. We have 2/5 plus, what fraction right here? 2/5. We know that our denominator is going to stay 5. Our numerator would become 4 because 2 plus 2 equals 4. So that gives me 4/5, which I would color in like this. Alright, so now if we extend our learning, on the last page right here, we said that this fraction is 4/5, which is the same as this fraction right here. Now, on the last page, we said that 4/5 is equal to 2/5 plus 2/5. However, our goal asks us to do this in more than one way. So what I want to think about is, if I had 4/5, another way that I could add 4/5 would be 1/5 plus 3/5. Because I know that 1 and 3 equal 4. So what I want you to do is, in your head, think of another way or another problem that we could add that would equal 4/5. How about 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5? I know that this will work because 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 4. This is composing a fraction.